Hello, hello, and welcome. It's been a while since I've streamed. I've been making videos here and there, but just been switching them back and forth games, trying to chase the dopamine and find new and exciting things in various platforms. Right now, I'm primarily focusing on a tech that I found with the Endurance Faith item. It's pretty much a conditional immortality. There are a couple random things in the game that will kill you. However, 90%, I'd say 99% of things just can't. The idea behind this is that you want really low life. I would want less than 1,000, particularly, and um, you want to try to have your life on hit be about half to all of your health pool, and so you're avoiding life on gear, and even in the higher level content with this, it appears that as long as every hit you're taking is getting distributed over 4 seconds, um, I my theory is that that 4 second damage over time effect that everything that hits you should be applying is also applying your life on hit as though it was a dot on an enemy. And that ticks every zero point 0.5 seconds. So as long as each of those seconds your life on hit is over the amount of the distributed damage, you are just immortal. And your life bar really doesn't know how to respond to this. I'm just going to show an example, and there is something in here that randomly kills me sometimes, and I am yet to figure out what it is, but 90% of the time, um, this is one of the hardest hitting bosses that isn't just considered a one shot, and I was even able to make this stand against some of the one shot, quote unquote, one shot mechanics. I always forget where this is at. There we go. Um, so, I mean, I have next to no toughness, and I'm about to do a T5 boss. I just don't have the sigils right now to do a T7, and I don't have the damage with this character to do a 7, or 6.5, whatever it is now. But I can assure you, I have a video on the channel somewhere of the early renditions of this where I was able to just tank his big wing hit, um, with it being 7. But I think that, see, these little guys, they'll kill me because they're hitting for less than my life, or less than 30%, and that's bad. So low level content will kill you, but you can just your life. It looks like things are happening, however, it's not. So it does. It's I do like panic half the time because like you think you should just die, and your life looks like you are. But the idea behind this is that this won't normally kill you. I don't know if it's one of his little ads, if like enough of them hit you quick enough and their damage is not um, enough to get distributed. I think that's what sometimes will kill you, and it actually is worse in lower levels. When you do the 7, you're immortal. I've not died in the 6.57, whatever it's called. I basically just have a glass cannon friend who helps with boss kills, and whenever he goes down, I just stand in all this crap and resin, just so we can farm gear and do those bosses. Because this character, I refuse to do meta crackling energy build, so I'm stuck with something I actually enjoy playing, but doesn't do enough damage on its own to timely do a T7 boss. But this, not the quickest kill in the world, but just never being hurt, and honestly, this could be better if my life was lower. I actually had that, and I switched some of the gear to another character. Actually messing with a barbarian right now, and that's something else I do want to showcase because I did run into something interesting there. Um, make sure I didn't get a mythic out of here. I don't have any room because I basically just have all of my sort gear in here, um, in an attempt to have space for other characters, and for some reason still don't have access to unlimited stash space. And I am quite the hoarder. But I do switch characters quite frequently, and switch ideas quite frequently, so I won't. Just wanted to make sure that there was nothing crazy here for that. But anyway, so this is a showcase of it. I could go in a pit and show that. However, the big red explosions in the pit somehow bypass this. They're akin to like a Lilith blood boil explosion, and for some reason, I don't know if it's just doing the damage in like a million tiny micro hits, or why it's not working, or if it just bypasses endurance faith altogether is my guess. Because like I can actually tank what is considered the Lilith one shots hitting me, but not the blood boil exploding that does less damage. So I just think it's bypassing it. And there is something like that in the pit. And with all of my fire and stuff and being colorblind, I'm just going to get clipped by one of those while I'm showcasing it. And that's not going to do anything for my video. So not really want to do that. One of the things that I did want to show is the interaction that I found with the barbarian that I didn't I see a lot of the barbarians using the melted heart of Selig. However, I haven't seen them using it with this, and the one that I did see isn't using low life. So even though they're quote unquote immortal just because there's no content that can kill them, I have stumbled upon a what do you want to call it? Sorry, let me save this real quick. Um, an actual immune status, like real immortality, not just yeah, not just having it look like you probably won't die, but actual factual. That's not the one. Do I have another one of those? I wanted to go and do Seer again, but I forgot to we'll just go in up it real quick. Just showcase this. I'm unsure. Let's see. What would it be? Plus 45, so I guess 110 would be technically. And I don't have the damage for this. However, I'm curious. I haven't tried this yet. Like I said, there is a explosion. There's actually two things I think that can kill me in here just out of nowhere. Um, but I wanted to point out that it's saying immune. So those, I wish that my damage numbers weren't in the way, because I might just die during this, but that's fine. Um, let's see where, I forget. Here we go. No, yeah, right here. We don't need those. Let's see if we can see it now. Yeah, here. Immune. Factually, actually immune to damage from dodging. But like, this combo and being at this low life in a 105 hit, which is the highest, it's almost the T7. It's not like, and it's showing some damage go through to here, but I can actually, here, let me pop it. I can actually kick all of my fury away and still immune with no fury. So this dipping isn't real. This is, I'm actually unsure if that's just damage that's lower than the amount that these are canceling out, essentially. But either way, I haven't seen anybody doing this immunity. So I just wanted to give it a showcase. But that is the two texts that I've discovered that I've just been kind of trying to push as far as possible and test and figure out. I kind of low key hope they make it through to the expansion, because as much as having this be all of your character survivability, most builds get like, I forget the math on it, but it is an astronomical amount of damage from this slot. So it is a insane nerf to top end builds to wear this. This just so happens to boost the damage on a barbarian build and some basic skill builds and stuff, but so you could definitely wear this combo and still have a build, but it is difficult. So I'd like to be able to test that out next season, but we'll see. But yeah, like I said, my theory is that the damage distribution of this is a dot on you, and that it is applying your own life on hit effects. And so maybe one of those explosions stops you from healing momentarily and cancels your life on hit effect. That's actually just crossed my mind, that that's a possibility of why you would die. And I wonder if those same effects would kill you with this combo, because I haven't tested that. But I will test that, and I will test many more things and come back to you with the findings. I'm gonna continue to try and make builds that are fun, as strong as possible, and keep y'all up to date on that. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna try and get this video out and around and about, because I want other people to experience this and use it if they're struggling with survivability. I want I just it's cool, and I haven't seen anybody else doing it, so I'm excited to get it out there. So share with your friends that play, share with strangers for fun, subscribe, like, just above all else, have fun, and I'll see you guys